Greetings, everyone. It's GleeCon, and we're back again with another episode of Lore of Warcraft. Thank you so much for tuning in. On our last episode, we continued our World of Warcraft complete walkthrough of Classic with Mulgore. We're pretty much right at the end of it, and if you notice, actually, we got to level 13, so there's maybe a little bit more grinding that was necessary in Mulgore than there was in Elwyn Forest, which only took us to 12. So this is our Horde walkthrough with our Tauren Shaman. Stay a while and listen. I'm really pretty sure we're gonna complete the zone this time. But yeah, it's I don't know if it's that Call of Fire took a little bit more XP, probably so, than the Paladin quest did. But we are sitting here. We turned in Bloodhoof Village. Now we are still a little bit broke. We have some things on the docket that we still need to kind of fund. We still have an 8 silver move we haven't learned. We still haven't actually, you know what we got to do? We got to start by fishing. We do have some cooking and stuff like that we can do. Probably we have a little bit of leather working that we can do for sure also. But yeah, so we have 3.5 silver exactly, and that's it. So that's kind of what's also slowed us down. Kind of what's also impeding our progress a little bit is this need for the money. Of course, we've spent an extra couple episodes reviewing all of the class quests for level 10, and at 14 we'll have to talk about some, but we had a little break, so I don't think we're going to level up to 14 in this episode, but you never know. We have very little quests left. There's prepare for the ceremony, and I think preparation for the ceremony. That's pretty much it. But then we also have to travel to the Barrens, and then make our journey over to Durotar. So we'll do that also. Because Durotar, Valley of Trials, that's where it's all going to begin. And that's actually our next zone, so it will be a little while before we jump back over and play on our Alliance characters because of that. We still have a whole other thing to do. Alright, we just hit 65, so we're good. And yeah, we will eventually learn that two-handed weapon kind of thing, but let's go cook this first. We do have one more level of ancestral knowledge to worry about, and that will also get us more skills, and we haven't even finished learning the level 12 one, so I'm a little bummed about that. There's not so much that we can do. Alright, so we have a couple long jaw mud snappers we can cook. Not even worried about cooking the other crap anymore. So if we look at our money, here's the cook here. We could learn these moves. So boiled clams is 1, coyote steak is 1. We can't even afford the other 2, crab cake and so that, boom, that goes some of our money.
Greetings,
that's
traveler.
just part of what we're dealing with. We do have this, so if we go ahead and pick up a coarse thread, we can now build a Kodo hide bag, which is fantastic. We're gonna definitely do that. And that will open up. It's nothing special, it's just a 6-slot bag, but it is one of the only ways that we can get extra bag space. So now we finally have some extra bag space. If we can find one more coat of leather, we can do it again. If we talk to the leatherworking trainer, now skinning, we've paid our dues, so we're fine on skinning for a while. It will cost 50 silver to get the next batch for leatherworking. We also have this embossed leather vest, so we're caught up.
Thus, land cannot belong to us, adventurer. Instead, we belong to it.
We can't do any cured light hides.
The land, for without
the quivers take 3 leather, and this embossed leather vest is a 62 with a buff, so that's actually pretty nice. So I say we go ahead and build one of those just to upgrade and keep that going while we can, but it will take 4 coarse threads, which is all of our money. And this will leave us with 5, which is enough to build the hand-stitched pants if we want, but actually, yeah, but now we can possibly learn more. So we've got that. We're going to bind it. So we got ourselves a new gray looking vest. It's embossed leather vest. We can sell that. And then we want to go ahead and put one of our patches on it too. So this is what I meant by we just have all these little things to spend money on. And it's really going to slow us down. So if we look at leatherworking, we now...
The land remains
cool.
eternal,
okay, so
unmoved by our passage. Thus, land cannot belong to us.
We gotta just rock it out.
Instead, we belong to it. Therefore, we protect the land, for without it, we cannot hope to survive.
These quivers... Now this belt is a 29, so that's better than the belt I have, so we want to maybe save up one for that. But then, other than that, it's really the quivers that are going to help us sell some things or help us level up for the next 10 points. We want the quivers, and then they're the more cost-efficient things. Alright, so now we can go out in the world. We've upgraded ourselves a smidge. And we're going to go back up to the harpies now, and actually let's just use our Hearthstone. Why not? Save ourselves the walking time. The move that we're missing is Purge. So we need 8 silver for that. We also need, like we just saw, we have maybe about 4 silver worth of cooking things to purchase. We're going to go ahead and maybe take the... We can take it, I guess. We can take the side exit. You can fish right here, too. This is a completely viable spot to level up all the way to 150 with fishing. But other than that, I think we've now caught up all of our skills. So it is leatherworking if we get to 55, but that's still 10 points away. Actually, at 50, we'll unlock Journeyman. So that's around 10 silver. Maybe we can get a slight discount, so maybe 9 silver. We hit friendly. Or maybe it's honored where you get the discount. I don't know. Alright, so let's lay our weapons on there. So I would say, sure. Ideally, we would like to get those other recipes for cooking, because you don't always get a cooking trainer, so that's a pretty important one. So I guess in a perfect world, we would gain around 12 silver for our journeys here. And then we do have to fly also, so we have a little bit of money that we're going to spend flying to Crossroads. That's not that much, maybe a silver or so. But we're really going to be hoping we can get some loot from these rest of these guys that we need to kill. So remember with the white ones, the matriarchs, I believe we want to save because they can heal. So we're going to try to save our mana for good earth shocks, and we're going to keep our lightning shield up. So basically we can afford about 1 spell, I think, per dude, and to keep the lightning up. That one didn't make us waste one. Okay, we got another bronze feather there, but we did have to recast the shield, lightning shield, which is again, if you're looking at the numbers, lightning shield is probably the biggest source of our money. I mean, of our XP. Okay, we do need to kill the blue ones as well. We're halfway done with this. Okay, so we're up to 74. So we've already gained a small amount. Yeah. I missed it. I was too busy looking at my copper count. I noticed I was listening to a replay of this the other day, and I'm like, oh man, I keep saying it costs this much gold, it costs this much gold, but it doesn't. It didn't cost gold, it was costing silver. It just felt like a big dum-dum. Might as well interrupt that, I don't know. Why? Oh, I'm not attacking. Well, that is a reason why I was doing poorly. This one's taking forever. Okay. Up to 88. So we're getting about 10-ish copper, so obviously the killing is not how we're going to do it. We would need to kill like 100 of these guys to get the amount of money that we want. Again, we just got another 15, got another feather. So what we're hoping for is a nice sweet loot drop. Why? I swear I was right clicking, I don't know. Just got back from my son performing. He did a solo, so we just had to drive. There we go. So that was a nice, that's what kind of thing we're hoping for. Get the carpenter's mallet. All of these things we're not going to use, these feathers, so all together that was like a couple silver drop. Now these we can hit them with the crossbow wielding ones, we can hit them with the flame shock because they never do anything. I don't care about interrupting frostbolt, it's not worth my mana or my shock cooldown. There we go, we got a potion. And if you notice, the drop rate's just not that good. So it gives us the opportunity to grind, but that's also part of what we've been working on. Okay, we got the bills. Now the bills, I think the stack of bills sells for a couple silver also. That one died fast. Got some crits or something. There you go, we got a withered staff. So that's a nice selling opportunity. Oh, these are getting close. Okay, so we are about 3/4 of the way done. Got some patchwork shoes. They don't really sell for very much, but it's something. Okay, I almost want to let my weapon expire because otherwise maybe it's LVY, it just glitches out and it makes it like it will still say the wrong time on the bottom even though you've refreshed the buff. It's kind of annoying. It's kind of dumb. There you go, interrupted the heal. That's our one watch. Alright, we've killed all the bronze we need. And we're about 2 silver in, so yeah. And what I really want to get, there's another mallet. I really want to get that money because these guys are probably the best to get. I at least want to get the 8 silver. The rest, okay, we can make it work. But we're not going to get to see a shaman trainer that can train the right amount of stuff until we get back to Razor Hill, because we're going to go make a little run into the Valley of Trials and refreshing. So it'll be, yeah, so now I've got all the feathers that I need. We'll kind of make our way over close to. If I had to guess, I wish there was a way, there was an add-on, I'm sure there is, that will tell you how much these sell for. But my guess is, if I had to estimate, we're looking at maybe 2 to 3 silver for selling. So we're not quite there. So I would like to just grind just for a pinch more. And we have plenty of time on this episode because we're already pretty much done. Now there might be one more I'm missing. That's only 3 copper. Really? You should be embarrassed. You stupid harpy. This is why you are an inferior race living in piles of sticks off to the side of the Tauren capital. Because you are trash. 2 copper? Worse. Okay. Refresh the old lightning shield. It's raining too, so I don't know if that was worse for me or for them, but I'm gonna sit here. No, I resisted that. I'm wet. I'm covered in lightning. They're shooting me with lightning. Okay, got another bill. Really, I think if we do the math, you're getting around 25 or so copper per bill. So, not the worst. 12. And that's, you know, that's it. I'm just grinding a little bit. I would feel better if we got some more goods, or we got closer up into around 4 silver, but we're not going to get that from just straight grinding. Like, it's going to have to come from drop things. Okay, so remember, the bills are helping us. We actually have 2 hammers and a staff. Oops, wrong thing. So there's another bill. Yeah, but he did well. He's been playing bassoon for 2 years. Quite an interesting instrument. Like, people will walk up to him and be like, "What is that?" It's not one that I would say. I mean, I'm sure I've heard of it in my life, but definitely was not very familiar with it before till he started. This is his second year doing it, and yeah, what can I say other than that? So today's kind of the big day. You do something called solo or ensemble, and he did a solo, so the second time doing that. Pretty cool. The lady that judge is the same one that judged him last year, and she is super, super nice. All right, so we're about 5 shy, and I just really feel like we're like maybe those 3 can combine to about 2, so maybe about 3 shy, 3.5. And like I know that's for. We're probably there. I think we're probably there. Let's go. I think that's enough. So we're going to go hop up into the thing and turn in our preparation of a ceremony. Kill this one on the way, why not? We've grinded out a little bit of XP. That was the other thing. I don't want to get, we're already a level ahead of our pally, so I didn't want to get too far ahead. Look, that one was a brave bird, just didn't want to cast. Those feathers sell for a moderate amount too, so I really think we'll be okay. We could use some more Kodo leather. That would be cool. But yeah, not okay. Could kill these guys. That's less interesting to me, even though the leather is always welcome. I like to try to stick around and do it when it's when it's for a quest. But this is also why we're a little bit higher level. We need so much stuff with this character. Because even if we get all this, I still think, oh, you know what? We're not going to fly. We're not flying to the crossroads. Just remember that. So that can save us a little money. What we're going to do is do the walk. Well, you know what? I lied. We are flying to the crossroads. Because then from the crossroads, we want to walk and we want to hit the Valley of Trials. And that's where we'll log when we do that. So we need enough money to fly. We have 3 silver right now, and we are going to sell some goods. We're going to turn this quest in. I don't know what we get. If we get anything, or if we're just getting XP, but let's go ahead and do preparation for ceremony. Turn that one in.
What brings you here?
This headdress will certainly be a wonderful gift for my brother.
Thank you for your help, adventurer. My part in my brother's ceremony is almost complete. Giving him his headdress and witnessing the ceremony are all my duty requires of me.
So the shield is way better, and now I've built myself a better one of those, so we don't even have to make a decision anymore. There should be a... Let's go to the Spirit Rise here, but first I'm going to sell just to anybody. It's an auctioneer, okay. There you go, there's a reagent vendor. So we got, well, that's pretty decent. 2 silver just for that dagger. 4.3 DPS is not as good as what we have, but that's why we need to learn daggers. Okay, that's what I was thinking around 3/4. There we go. Just save that for now. Okay, let's go ahead and make these bandages. Heavy linen bandages, that'll help us. Oh, that's always been the downside of Fury Prot tanking. Okay. But these bandages actually sell for a pretty penny. We're already at 10.5, so that's pretty good. Pretty solid as far as what we have. So boom, another silver there, another couple silver there. Sell the old shield, that was not a lot. Okay, so now we're sitting good with 14. Now we can go over and learn our final move. And we can still make a stop off at the cooking trainer and learn our 2 cooking moves and still have enough money to fly. So we finally caught up, although we're a third of the way till the next level. Now, if we go in this cave, you can pick up another quest. There's a quest called Until Death Do Us Part. However, it is one we're going to save because it wants you to go to Silver Pine, and I don't want to travel all the way to Silver Pine. We're going to save that, but since the Crossroads one is a little bit more convenient, we will take the 2 that are Crossroads quests and we'll drop them as we go. We could repair also, but we're at 91%, so let's find out how we're doing on expenses first. Here's a shaman trainer.
The spirits have guided you to me. How
Thank
may
you.
I be of service?
Purge, teach me Purge. So we learned Purge.
The Earthmother.
So that's part of Resto? No, Elemental. So I don't know why it's Elemental, but alright, so we'll kind of put that there. All Purge does is, at this level, it just lets you strip off a buff.
What are you looking for?
And I want a profession trainer for cooking.
Which profession? You honor the spirits of the
So the
animals
problem
you slay by
is
not
that
letting
without
them go to
add-ons, it's
Alchemist Runner will show you how.
tricky for you
There's
to
a kitchen on the
tell
high rise.
if an enemy has a buff on them. So I don't know that LVUI will show it. It's possible. It might show it down here if you have an enemy targeted. Now you can see it in retail. It's a lot easier. It just comes stock. But I think it's a lot harder to tell. It's just like with casting. Enemy casting bars is not defaulted to on. It's a little bit different with what's interruptible and not. Whereas that's all changed in retail. They try to be a little more transparent. Alright, here's Ace's kitchen again.
Cooking is a
So,
lifelong
teach me how to
pursuit, and I
cook
see
crab
we share the
cake
same passion.
and dry pork ribs. So now, not until level 125
Winds be at your back.
we have to worry about the next. And I don't think there's anything there. Alright, cool. So if we wanted to, I could potentially pay for a repair. There you go, Rage Totem Arms. There is no weapons to learn right now here. But that's another thing that needs to be on our radar. We need to, in addition to saving the money that we need for our next skills, we've got to start saving up money to learn one-handed axes and daggers because
When mounted on the back of a wind
we want to
rider,
have those
one
options
sees that
open.
its reputation for strength and speed.
Alright, so we're
is
flying to the
well
crossroads and we're going to turn in Sergra Darkthorn and the Barrens Oases. So I'm just going to go ahead and, while we fly, mark all of these off on our spreadsheet. So we just did preparation for ceremony. And then we're going to be turning in 2 more after this. So we just need 2 more and then we finished Mulgore. So less than Thunder Bluff really. And then Sergra Darkthorn and the Barrens Oases. We are going to turn these in right now. And then we're done with Mulgore, and we'll be opening up our next zone, which, as you can see, is Durotar. So let's go ahead and set that up too. Okay, and add that. So this is all just beauty right here. I guess I just set up a few. I didn't really have to, but whatever. It doesn't hurt. You know Durotar is going to take a while. Might as well expand it a little bit too. And boom, boom. Get that just going. So we're ready for when we begin our next episode. We're not even halfway through, so this one's kind of short. We were just already running long yesterday. So really, if I didn't run long yesterday, we would have been okay. But we still have to turn these 2 in and make a run. But so this is kind of like a little half an hour episode today as opposed to normal. But we just needed to do a wrap up. So you'll have to forgive me. We should get the opportunity to kill Kodo still, so we can maybe help ourselves build more bags. I think any Kodo can drop the thin Kodo leather. And I just don't know. I think there are Kodo in the Barrens, but not in Durotar, so A little bit lame on that. We might have to stash some of that bin Kodo leather. But we also have had 0 luck about bags dropping. I think we got 1. We got this 1 small brown pouch. So we did get 1 bag to drop. We've had very little luck. Now, on our other character, we had that guy make us all those bags. In Goldshire, there was that happening. So, what does this person say? My senior year in college, I got a guy roommate who didn't eat fruit or vegetables, and it took him over 45 minutes to take a crap, and he stunk up the whole apartment while crying on the toilet so loud. I will say, roughage does help, ladies and gents. I do eat a lot of veggies, but I can tell when I eat less. There's a difference in my ability to expel. Alright, so let's turn these guys in, and then we'll take a walk. I'll save the money and we'll just walk. We got
You
the time.
want to hunt in the Barrens? Your eyes are eager and young. They're not yet squinted from tracking your prey across this land's dry plains. But worry not. We'll toughen your body and your mind, and we'll teach you that there is more to hunting than finding and killing your quarry. Prepare yourself. Your journey begins now.
The times we live
like
in are as fickle as the shifting winds, adventurer. It is important to remember what is true and lasting in this world.
Listen
and
to them talk
preserve
as we
that.
walk.
Everything else is a waste. My brethren in Thunderbluff were wise. For the mystery of the Barrens is one that I alone cannot unravel. With your aid, let us hope we can find answers to our questions.
So we can kind of go either way on this one. Before we've walked this and then we walk down. This time I'm going to try to take this path over. If we find a Kodo and we see a Kodo on the walk, we'll kill it, and hopefully we'll get lucky and get a leather. And this guy says a box of Raisin Bran. It's cheaper than new intestinal lining. I'll tell you what, I love Raisin Bran. I've always had this very, like, old man, like, senior citizen palate range. Always. So my wife always gives me a hard time for it, but anything that you would think, like, that's like an old person's flavor, I like it. Like, love Raisin Bran, rum raisin ice cream, bread pudding. I'm noticing a common thread here is raisins, but it's not just that. Tapioca pudding I love. I love to drink. I drink my coffee just black, no cream, no sugar. Yeah, I drive around my car with the windows down, even if it's 100 degrees or 10 degrees. I'm big about not using the AC in the car, not because of money or anything. I just like it, and I play my radio loud, and it's normally like talk radio and or pod. Nowadays it's podcast, but so it's just, what is this? Ornery Planestrider. Oof. There's a Barrens Giraffe. I think Barrens Giraffes might be one of the only creatures that are not like a critter in the game that the game never wants you to kill. Now later on there might be some quests where, have we not been to Ratchet? We might as well hit Ratchet up while we're right here. Get that flight path. Might as well, right? I thought we had it already, but we walked all this way. I don't know. I mean, Ratchet's good because it has a boat. It gives us a boat to Booty Bay. So by having this flight path to Ratchet, we've now essentially connected ourselves to the Eastern Kingdoms with this Horde character. And we've also got ourselves the path to the expert fishing when that becomes a thing. I've got to look up, but I'm pretty sure Arathi Highlands and
Talk to me.
Arathi Highlands and what's it called? Deathless. Those are the other two ones we need with Horde, whereas you need Ashen Veil and also I think Arathi? I don't remember. Let's look up. So, Expert, we already had this one. Expert Cooking Trainer. I know that one's Ashen Veil for Alliance. You have to... Okay, so here is the river that officially brings us, but if you remember what we want actually is that little mountain range so that we can hop over, because remember I told you there was a shortcut. I'm going to show you how that works. So, expert cooking for the Horde comes from Deathless. So you have to go to that little town, that Shadow Prey village, or whatever this one is. Wulan is the name of the person. So that's going to be a pain, because we're going to have to walk and navigate our way all the way over there when we finally want that, and I'm not happy about it, but it's way more annoying to get that than it is to get the Alliance one. Just typical. And then First Aid also, I believe, is pretty annoying. So, there we go. Here we go. We can cross over right about here. So, same kind of deal. Expert, that's Artisan. Expert is taught in Dustwallow Marsh for the Horde, as opposed to Arathi Highlands for Alliance. So, what is this guy? I mean, I guess it's not terrible, Dustwallow Marsh, because that can come out of the Barrens here. We can get right into Dustwallow Marsh, and it's right inside, so I guess that's a little bit of a better one. Alright, let's do the shortcut walk to Valley of Trials, and I would just keep going, except I do think quest zones are a natural breakpoint, so I am not going to run us, even though we're only about halfway into our episode time. We'll just, this slight shorty will make up for the slight longies we've had lately, and that is a thing. Slight longies. But yeah, I'm happy with this. I've not gotten a chance to do a lot of any side projects this week. It's just been a very busy, hectic week. Ah! You dirty rat. Can I get up here? That's what I was gonna say. That looks pretty close. Yes. Look at that. You see what I see right there? I might be seeing a little path. Look, I found the Valley of Trials. I did it. I don't think you could... I think this is a one-way thing. Like, I don't think you could do this the other way. I don't think you can leave Valley of Trials this way. But I got us a way into the Valley of Trials, which is what we want. We want to go to the start. We still have to kind of work our way down to the start, but... So this is where we'll do, and now we'll get to have the experience. This will be the first time where you really see how does it feel to go do all these level 1 quests now that we're level 13. Kind of silly. In the beginning it's rough, but by the time you're finishing up Durotar, it's really not that bad, and you are accumulating. But while you're in the very, very start zone, it's kind of annoying. But you know what's not annoying is never having any of these little exclamation marks just sit on your map. If you do it right, you can get rid of all of them. Just kind of sort of annoying. To do some of them. I think I messed up. I think this is where Sarkoff is. Yeah, there it is, right there. Which I don't think I think they're all gray. Yeah, no XP. So we're kind of doing the same thing too, where now I'm coming in above. The Rotar is kind of laid out in a weird way. Definitely with all the oranges and just monotone colors, it's kind of a boring land to do. But here you go, we've hit the den, and we're just sailing in from above. This is us. This is our home for a little while. I think in the den here, you don't get the rested XP, do you? No. So there is no rested XP we can really work on, but we will pick this level up next time. So that's pretty cool. All right, so we have another episode in the pipe, 5x5. We're ready to rock and roll. And I will see everybody next time on Lore of Warcraft. See ya.